What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Neo Scavenger. I ain't dead yet. We're still here. I know that there's been a little bit of a hiatus on this series, and honestly, I've bit off a little bit more than I can chew right now as far as things going on at the channel, but I am still playing Neo Scavenger. I am planning on making a lot of episodes for it. This will be our last life, though. Just saying, just throwing it out there. In the previous episodes, we had completed the quests for, I think we had finished off the quest to get the silver urn, that's what it was, and so we had got our visitor's pass to the DMC, so that should be pretty sweet. We are well loved and well liked up at the ATL, and for the time being, I can't remember if I was deciding if I wanted to go to Zom Zoms or what I was going to attempt to do over here. Going to Zom Zoms is kind of important because it allows you to get access to the orange box, which is really kind of a quest required item in order to go up to Camp Grayling and finish the game. If you don't have it, your life gets a lot more difficult. It is survivable without the orange box. However, without the metagame knowledge of how to get the orange box, you can't deactivate the robots that are at Camp Grayling, and believe me, the robots are quite nasty. For right now, I'm willing to bet that we're probably just having a good time scavenging, and so I'm going to continue that for right now. We got lighters, we got some of that good stuff right there. There we go. We're seeing some stuff drop. A 99% sack. That might actually be decent to swap in right now. Just take that before it's too late so that I can save myself a little bit of time and not have to patch up my stuff early rather than later. Over here we got a couple little bits of clothing. Nothing that I really want to wear though. I mean, we've got cargo pants. We got a makeshift noise trap, I guess. I could bring that. Am I carrying a sled right now? I am indeed carrying a sled. I had wondered about that. I think we have a travois at the moment. It's going to fall apart eventually, but everything does. That's life. Everything falls apart eventually, unless it's like a really, really well-made hatchet from like the 1940s. I don't know what it was about just general manual tools made back in the 1940s, but for whatever reason, they had a lot of love and spirit instilled in those things. And I found like a couple of, well, part of it's that tools are very, very simple. Like making a hatchet is essentially you just make a piece of wood and then you got to have the head, and then once you affix it, it should like never come off if it's made properly. That being said, let's see, we still have a sling up here. Yeah, I should probably take a few more rocks. How are our medical supplies looking right now? I'd like to find out about that. Okay, so we've got ourselves 10 clean cloths. We got ourselves some painkillers. We got, is that amoxicillin full? No, it's just an amoxicillin bottle. Okay, well, I'm going to bottle up my feelings about that for right now, and we'll be fine without it. I usually like to carry around at least a little bit of amoxicillin as kind of a, I don't know, just kind of like a gap closer in case I get myself a disease. It's nice to have a good supply. So let's, ooh, we got a bunch of Twinkies right there. Okay. Later on we should get our Twonk on. That's the past case for Twinkies. If you have eaten a Twinkie, you have twonked recently. It sounds a lot more filthy than it actually is. Oh, they're blinkies, so I assume in this game, in order to avoid getting sued, that we have blonked then. But for right now, what we really, really want to do is I'm going to stack up some stuff, and we're just going to do our best to sell it. We're closer to the ATN than normal, so I figure, are those my painkillers? Did I forget to put those back in my first aid kit? No, the first aid kit does not need a shiv inside of it. I'll clean that out in a little bit. I'm going to eat that right there because I'm trying to play one-handed at the moment. I'm not going to tell you why. Giggity. But anyways, I'm playing one-handed. I just woke up. Feeling lazy, so I'm going to right-click and use on everything if I can help it. Let's see here. We got a glass bottle. Not really that useful. At the moment, we are pretty strapped. I'm excited about that. That's a really, really good thing for us. The fact that we're able to pack a pretty powerful gun, a Cathcart North Perforator 12 gauge. If you want to see some serious damage done, now the hunting rifle can really, really kill people. However, the shotgun just obliterates them. The trade-off is that the shotgun, I think, is only useful out to 18 or 20 units of distance, whereas the hunting rifle I think can go up to 30 if it has a scope on it. It can be a really, really long distance shot. JT Smoove, famous Fedora's photo logs. What the hell is famous? Interesting. I've never seen that title before on a DVD. Weirdly enough, I've seen a lot of stuff in this game and I've played a lot of hours, and that's one that I've never seen before. I've seen JT Smoove. I've seen one that's supposed to be like Miley Cyrus or something like that. Ooh, we got an individual over here, scavenging hexes. Well, let's take a look at my skill set real fast so that I can get a feeling for what I have and don't have. Looks like we have myopia, we have range botany, tough lockpicking, and athletic. Okay. I mean, it's a little bit rough. I think I'm going to avoid Zom Zoms for right now just because I don't want to get cannibalism. It's the smell that got your attention. A distinctive smell that's hard to forget. 3 ragged-looking types roasting a small corpse over an open fire in a bank lobby. A horrified woman clutches her baby, staring vacantly past the fire From the smashed remains of a teller's cage. They gotta put a space right there. Got a little typo. The bandits appear unconcerned over your presence and hold up a piece of cooked meat. But that's not what you were looking at. It's the anguished mother and her baby. You want 'em, draws a bandit? Gonna cost you. Yeah, unfortunately, not my problem. We tried that last time, and basically they robbed us and took our stuff even though we had a gun, and they didn't. It was a little bit confusing. Let's see here. None of these options appear to make me very happy. So there's a line. You're on the side that says human, pay any price. Nah, that's good. Where there's life, there's hope. You can save the baby, but maybe you could buy the woman her freedom. You're open to new culinary experiences. It might help you decide. There appears to be an overabundance of protein. Perhaps if you offered to take care of preparation, there'd be enough for all. How is there an option to just walk away and not do this event? Because the last time I did this, I got robbed and it sucked. The three bandits look at each other and shrug. Without even blinking, one of them suddenly swivels around and cracks the woman's skull open with a crowbar. What happens next isn't worth mentioning apart from the feed. You can't remember how long it's been since you've eaten well. Oh. Well, I didn't mean to, like... Oh, man. Okay, so unfortunately, I didn't realize they were going to, like, butcher him. I guess that's that. But, I mean, you can't... Every outcome of that event right there. So I feel actually pretty terrible right now because I didn't know that was going to happen. I was just going to be like, I thought they meant prepare the meat that was already over the fire. Like, move it around a little bit. I didn't know they meant, like, we were going to eat the lady and her baby. So apparently, I've crossed a new threshold here at the Nerd Castle. We just ate a baby. We just ate a baby. How long has it been since that happened on a Let's Play channel, huh? Only the best here with Splattercat. How long's it been since you digitally ate a baby? How long's it been? I mean, that's kind of terrible. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I feel dirty at the moment. I'm feeling very dirty. We've got some tarps, and I do want to bring those along because they are valuable. And so we've got a multi-tool that's in decent shape. Okay. You can come along with me right now. Which one's my multi-tool? Like, which one counts as the quote-unquote my multi-tool? The one that's reserved just for moi. We've got that right there. We've got a scrap of foil. Cool. That seems alright. We're going to need that for Camp Grayling as well. I do want to beat the game in this playthrough. I can't stress that enough. I really, really do want to beat the game on YouTube because I think it's rare that people actually complete this game. And in fact, I think that's actually evidenced by the fact that I know a lot of people that play this game that are like, can you actually beat it? And I'm like, oh yeah, you can beat the game. You've just got to beat Camp Grayling. If you go up to Camp Grayling and you survive all the events there, that's it. That's game. You get to leave. It's over. It's finished. It rolls credits. And you can actually do it pretty early on in the game if you know what stuff to hit first. If you know what order to go in, you can go very, very quickly. Wow, there are a lot of lighters around here. Apparently we have a lot of pyromaniacs up in this neighborhood. But that's a really, really good thing because I'm always out of lighters. I never have lighters, ever. And then, actually, it seems to be feast or famine, all things considered. Whenever I play this game, I feel like I either have no lighters and I can't find one anywhere, or I'm just flush in lighters like I am right now. Can you flush in light? Flushing sort of has like a hydraulic connotation to it, like there would be some kind of flow in liquid. And I don't know if you knew this, but liquids and fires generally don't get along. There are exceptions to the rule, obviously. What we got here? A dude with a hardened spear. I'm going to say that we should probably ditch our vehicle. He's going to run up on us. We're going to run away as best as we can, and so he slashed our upper left arm with the spear. We are athletic, however. I'm going to use sprint away to get as far away as possible. We're fallen and stunned, though. Alright, shoot him, whatever. Let him have it. Continue firing. Just let him have it. Open up on this guy. There we go. We got him. We got him. We're going to roll away. We're going to get back up. We have a bad mother leader over here. And I really, really, really need to get our sling out because our gun is out of ammunition. Unfortunately, that got too real too quickly. I shouldn't be sleeping, so as a ranged character in general, you shouldn't be sleeping in cities and in forests. I'm still learning stuff about this game, in all honesty. Like, there are still things that I personally am figuring out. And through your comments, I learned that actually resting in different areas can get you in trouble in different special and magical ways. Did we kill that guy? Oh, wow, okay, he died of a severe, so let's see, he wailed on a bad mother leader's head with a slung pebble. Bad mother leader is barefoot and cannot travel. He died of severe traumatic brain injuries, smashed him in the lower chest with a slung pebble. You saw how long it took right there, though, for me to actually kill him with the gun, whereas it only took me a single slingshot to take him out. That's a big thing about this game that you just sort of got to get used to. The problem with bringing along a vehicle, if you're smart, what you'll do is you'll drop your vehicle before you rest at the end of each day. And it's something that I just forget to do. Oh, good. We've got water right here. Well, I will take it. Yes, please. I am parched at the moment. So we have enough room. We have a really good gun right there. pretty stoked that they didn't have any ammo. That's actually pretty major, because that would have got a lot worse a lot more quickly if they had had ammo. Oh, look, they had 12 gauge buckshot. Okay, well, thank you for reloading my rifle. I appreciate it, or reloading my shotgun. I'd like to bring this little badass with us. It's worth a decent amount of scratch just compared to everything else in the game, but where we would hold it in our inventory, I can't really say. Let's also take a look at our medical listing right now. Oh, we've got a severe cut on our leg. Okay, that's not too serious, though. It's not. The places you want to look out for injuries are the inside of the arm, there's a major blood vessel. The throat, there's a major blood vessel. The inside of the thigh, you have the femoral artery. There's a number of places you don't want to get hit. However, the lower leg does not have any areas, or I don't think anyways, it has any major... What do I want to say right now? It doesn't have any major blood tributaries, I guess, that you're going to get yourself in trouble with. Because I probably should have used a little bit of water to purify it, but too far gone now to worry about it. So what I'm going to do is we'll just bandage it up nice and clean. And that should take care of it. We do have high metabolism, so we should be able to get done pretty fast. I thought our health was a lot worse, but I got into a panic. I've been killed so many times in this YouTube playthrough before using up my ammo that I just said, screw it. We got to get all up in this thing and just let him have it. Eventually, you get to the point where you start being super paranoid about interacting with enemies, and you just become essentially a psychopath. You just go straight after them every time they come after you because you don't really have a choice. It is what it is. Guess I'll throw those in there. There's pebbles inside my painkillers. That's not good. I don't like the fact that the game does that sometimes, where it'll put like odd objects inside receptacles where they should not actually go. Let's go ahead and throw that onto there. I'll probably just leave the rifle behind. I don't think I have the room to carry it, is the thing. Trying to figure out if I can weasel around a little bit of room here to make this work. The binoculars are pretty terrible. They're pretty busted up. The noise trap I don't really sincerely need. The tarp I might be able to rearrange into here, but even so, this might be too big. Yeah, I think it's too big. I think it's one unit too large. We can't get it in there. However, we may... Yeah, I think with some creative geometry here, we might be able to make this work. My shotgun, however, is quite a bit more snubby. I think that if I were to work things around, I might be able to get this in. Now, this does leave us dreadfully without any option if we end up getting run up on by an enemy. However, it does make us an extra $200, and that's a risk that I'm willing to take at this junction in the game, or this juncture, because we need it. That's all there is to it. We need the money. I'm actually going to retreat. Ditch the vehicle. Let's go ahead and search. I don't know what's here, but I'm hoping it doesn't. It's trying to search us out too. Okay, run away. He only has punches, so I'm not that worried about it. And we are going to take his punch. So we got... Did we get hit? No, we didn't get hit. Good, let's bring him down. It's time to go human hunting here. There goes another human being. We're doing a pretty good job of just like murdering and slaughtering our way across the wasteland. I mean, all things considered, we have a pretty high body count. Pretty high body count, even for someone that lives in a world where there's no law and order. I feel like at a certain point, we could probably stop killing people, but nope. Haven't had that opportunity yet. We're still just like killing. It's what we do. Like it's a job. Like it's the most important thing to us. Killing is like our child, I guess, at this point. We've got, well, nothing that I really want. The Hayapupi backpack's still hanging in there. I'd love to find a Yukon backpack at some point. What's in? Is this actually? Is that a full can? No, it's got a battery inside of it for what looks like a Nokia cell phone, maybe. That's the smartphone battery. So I think that one's actually for the I think that one's gonna be for the old school phone. Nothing that I really want here though. The blue jeans might make a little bit of cash. I'll throw them in the inventory. I'd like to hit everything over here before we go much further. I would like to thank everybody for coming in and commenting and letting me know that it's possible for the game to respawn. I appreciate people taking a little bit of time out of their day to enlighten me about something. I feel like I'm fairly knowledgeable about the game at this point. I mean, I've been playing it for upwards of a month and a half now, 2 months, I guess. I've been playing the game a lot, and that's not even counting the fact that I've been playing it in my free time, too, on my laptop. I mean, I have so many campaigns running in this game on so many different computers that, you know, I know a lot of the metagame here, but I really appreciate the fact that people are willing to go out there and give me more information just to kind of like solidify my mental state on the game and just let me know that, you know, I can be educated about this whole thing. Let's bug on out. I think it's time to head up to the ATN. It's going to be a little bit of a walk, but we got enough stuff right now to make some serious cash. And so if there's cash on the line, I'd like to get myself stocked up on it. Being cash efficient in this game is actually a really, really nice thing. If you got cash, in general, it's very, very easy for you to stock up on the various items and sundries that you're going to need in order to survive long term. Namely, if you're playing a ranged build, we need bullets. That's a big deal. If you don't have bullets, that becomes a problem quickly. I'm going to drink this water real fast so that my thirst is not so low. As for food, I don't think we need it at the moment. I think we're pretty good. I think that what I'd like to do is let's go ahead and I'm going to leave my sled on the ground for the time being. I'm going to hope that nobody messes with us. We don't have to go to sleep, actually. We don't have a microcell for this, do we? No. Alright, well, hopefully nobody wanders into our camp. I mean, I take my vehicle off because it's better to lose a bunch of money and a bunch of items than it is to have somebody kill you based on the fact that you can't get away because you're pulling a cart. And it's happened enough times in this playthrough personally to where I feel like an idiot whenever it happens. And so, ditch the cart. Really? Alright, so he must have just been passing through. It's probably one of the ATN guys that we ran into. We could wait it out right now and just see when the sun comes up. There we go. I'm going to try and go as far as I can with the moves that I have. Oh, it's right up here. We're not even that far out. Good. Not even that far out. Probably wouldn't have worked out for us in the 60s, I suppose. But it'll work for us, you know, far out, man. You know, same thing. Anyways, do we still have diarrhea? Are we still, like, shitting profusely and profanely? I only shit if it's blasphemous. Otherwise, I just can't get into it. Actually, it looks like we have 308 rifle rounds, too. I don't know if I'll sell those off or what I want to do with those. I'll probably just stack them up for later. I'll eat a meal real fast because we're already here, and I'm not really planning on staying here over the long term. Let's go to the trading post and see what they've got for us right now. There have been a few occasions, even in this playthrough, where I've seen this location have like a serious amount of ammo, probably 5 or 6 bullets. So for example, right there, you can see they have 9 bullets, which is typically quite a bit more than you'll find just about anywhere. I mean, it's a lot of ammo for this game. It's a lot of ammo. Bullets are hard to come by. Let's see, I would like to keep the best multi-tool for myself, wherever that might be at. So it's this one right here. Okay, we'll sell off all the others. Probably get rid of all the laptops just as like vendor trash since, you know. The 38 rounds, I'm actually sort of tempted to play with a pistol. The downside that I've heard about the pistols is that they require you to be a lot closer to the enemy, so they have basically like the same range as the sling in order to function properly. And so you got to watch out for it. How much is the sling? Yeah, empty that out on rocks, I guess. And then we'll buy another sling to save myself a tad of a bit of time. There we go. I'm going to use the old one as a makeshift jock strap because we don't have there's a very real shortage of underwear in the future. And I'm the kind of person that very much identifies with underwear. I like my underwear. I'll probably buy a hide long coat too to make sure that we stay warm and for a little bit of protection. I don't know if it gives you defense. I don't even know if there's armor in this game that you can actually have. These are things that, I don't know, I've never found armor in the game. I think that the guys from the DMC might have it, I think, but I wouldn't be able to tell you too surely if that was the case. Let's see, can I get that in right there? I can. Giggity. And so now, oh, my lockpicks broke. No, they didn't. Why am I carrying around a bunch of small parts then? Get out of here. I don't want you. I don't need you. I don't want you. I loathe you. No, I don't loathe them. I just don't need them. I may actually go out of my way to collect a lot of ammo so that no matter what firearm I have, I can unload on the enemy in a way that is at least conducive to long-term survival. Let's sell off some binos, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if there's any slot where I can fit most of this stuff. It looks like we've basically tapped them out. The water tester I'm utterly uninterested in. Oh yeah, look at that. They won't let me unload anything else. Okay, that's interesting. They're full up. They're done with my shenanigans. They're like, whoa, man, you're stocking us up with way too much stuff right now. We just can't deal with this. Yeah, I'll take the 38 rounds. I think it might be a good idea. And then I'll take the 45 jacketed hollow point rounds as well. And that'll work out for... I just want to have a good stockpile so that no matter what happens, I can kind of like throw down and use any gun that I can find in the wasteland. So we've got 308s, we've got, you know, jacketed hollow points. That means if I have to ditch this shotgun or get rid of it, it's small enough to where it can go up on the cart and I don't have to worry about it. For right now, we don't really need warmth or anything of that type. Sterilized water I'll take to save myself a little bit of time. I already have tannin tea, so I'm not going to concern about getting more of it or concern myself with getting more of it. I think our stock and supply is looking okay. I guess the next stop we'll want to make is to head down to Detroit, but that's it. Let's just go down to Detroit. That's going to be our next goal for the day. We're going to be a world traveler for right now. Not a world traveler, but the general Detroit region traveler. This location looks like it has respawned fairly substantially. We've got some night vision goggles right there that are actually better than the ones we're rocking, are they? No, they're not. They're not. I rock my goggles. I don't like wear them. I wear them like it's a lifestyle. I go down the street when people are like, why are you wearing MVGs right now? It's broad daylight. I'm like, you can't tell me what to do. I do this for style. Sometimes you gotta look good in the apocalypse, and there's just no way to get around it. If you don't have style in the apocalypse, people, they're just gonna take everything from you. But if you're like the cool guy that just looks awesome, hey, nobody's gonna mess with you. We don't have any aqua pure. Kind of a shabby scavenging trip, all things considered. I mean, we were on top of one of the hexes that is typically known for giving you some of the best loot in the game, but nothing there. They're little survivalist lodges, I guess. I don't know. Let's keep on trucking. Let's keep hustling, I suppose. Keep hustling. We'll scavenge right here, the destroyed office building, see what we can get out of here. Nothing found inside, so I'm just going to keep on moving. I don't know where else I really want to go. I figure I'll probably just try to hit like all of the random hunters lodges before we get back to Detroit. Maybe we'll pick up a couple more goodies before we get there. What we're going to do in Detroit, I'm not really so sure. We haven't been inside the DMC yet in this playthrough. In the entire playthrough we have. How are our pantaloons right now? 56% pantaloons. We'll put on these black ones anyways. I like them better just in terms of style, in terms of panache. I always felt like panache was something that should go on top of, like, I don't know, some kind of like vegetable medley. So it's a vegetable medley with panache, and then you put panache on the top, and it's some kind of like spinach and chicken dip or something. I don't know. I love anything with spinach, like spinach and artichoke dip. Yup. Get me them tortilla chips. Get me them tortilla chips. I'll put them on my tortilla chips and shove them in my mouth. Let's see here, like an animal too. I have no just... Oh, it's so bad. Like when I'm up at a restaurant and like there's artichoke dip and like tortilla chips, I can't stop myself. Just making all kinds of terrible noises. People looking at me like I'm a freak. It's okay though. They can't judge me. They don't know what the love is like for artichoke dip. Like sometimes I gotta tell you guys this. So I was at the supermarket the other day. I posted a tweet about this. And like one of the people that works at the supermarket walked up with an artichoke. We weren't even in the vegetable area. We were like over in the canned soup area. He walks up with an artichoke and he's like, "Hey, watch out, man. I'll shank you. I'm not even choking right now." And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just get drive-by punned with an artichoke? Part of me wanted to congratulate him, but then the other part of me was like, well, he did threaten physical violence upon me with an artichoke. That's slightly concerning. I don't know how much damage you could do with an artichoke. They don't seem like they would be that good of a stabbing weapon. I feel like their ability to maintain their integrity over increased thrusts would probably be less than substantial. But anyways, it happened. He said, "I'm not even choking you right now." And I'd be like, I hope not. I love breathing. Choking's the worst. I almost died when I was a little kid. Have I ever told this story? I almost died when I was a little kid. People asked me that in the stream the other day. They said, "Have you ever had a near-death experience?" I was like, I guess. I don't really remember this super well, but it happened. I almost died when I was like 5 or 6 years old. I don't know how it happened. I was climbing the tree in the backyard. Hold on a second. I was climbing the tree in the backyard, and there was like, for whatever reason, there was a rope up in the tree. And I'm trying to remember this because this is a very, very old memory for me. Like, and I'm trying to recall details. I remember the sun was out. The sun was definitely out. You gotta focus. If you're trying to recall a story, you need to picture the scenery first. That's how you start. Like, some people say they can't remember what somebody's face looks like. Ooh, is that a 3-Dog Moon shirt? Yes, please. Alright, so 3-Dog Moon shirt. We're looking a little bit better right now. 3-Dog Moon shirt just generally increases your luck. That's all that it does. As far as I could tell anyways, I think it makes your luck a little bit better. It makes you less likely to be attacked by dogmen, I think. And more likely to find loot. I'm not sure. Ooh, hello shacks in the forest. Anyways, back to the story at hand. I almost died when I was 5 or 6 years old. There was a rope in the back of the tree, and I was climbing the tree. And I remember I wanted to swing like Tarzan from the rope, but I was trying to play Batman or something like that. I wanted to be Batman, basically. And so when I went to, there was a loop in the rope. And I don't remember why there was a loop in the rope. It was because my dad had taken down a tire swing or something like that was in the backyard or something. But it still had a loop in it. And somehow it wrapped around my arm, like underneath my armpit and my neck. And then in my struggle to get out of it, my arm came out and it slid down and it just went around my throat. And it kind of just like caught my head perfectly. So I was just like hanging in the backyard. And so I was trying to hold on to it. From what I remember my hands weren't bound, obviously, so I was able to reach up and pull myself up a little bit. At least I was smart enough, I was dumb enough to play around with a rope with a noose in it. However, I was smart enough after that indiscretion of thought to at least like try and pull myself up, and I started shouting for my mom. But I had a scar on my throat when I was a little kid. A big scar, actually. It looked like somebody had come and slit my throat from ear to ear. For about 5 or 6 years, I had a giant scar that ran from my left ear to my right ear where the rope had cut into my throat. I remember that very, very well, actually. I had a big scar. Went away, though. I don't have it anymore. If I still had it now, I'd brag about it all the time. No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, I got this fighting a shark with a knife. You know, every now and again, I like to live on the edge. Just turn on a Bon Jovi album, just like fight a large animal. You know how it goes. I am going to ditch my vehicle. And then we're going to search for whatever the hell this is. It better not be a dog, man, damn it. It's a feral dog. That's actually not so bad. I can accept that. That's okay. He bit me? Aw, man, that's not friendly. And, I'm out of ammunition. Ooh, he's keeping up with me right now. He's keeping up with me. The dogs are ridiculously fast in case, never mind. Let's just do this the way that it's meant to be done. Oh, why do I have a big rock in there? No. That's not what I want. The big rocks are decent, but I don't know. I prefer the little ones. Maybe it's the Arkansas person in me. Sprint away. We need a gap right now very, very badly, and if we cannot get it, we're not going to be able to fight this thing at all. I don't know how it's keeping up with me so well. This thing's speed is absurd. There we go. So now we're good. Now we can get on him. I'm going to keep running away. And now we just kind of have to, like, hope that in his lust for blood we can kill him before he gets up on us. Yeah, so we got a scratch. I should probably take care of that real quick. Oh, look, our band-aids fell off. That's interesting. We got hit on the same spot that we already had a band-aid. And in so doing, it actually caused us to lose. It destroyed our band-aid. Huh. I never knew that was a feature. I've never seen that happen before. This game is always surprising me with like new little systems that pop up every now and again that you're like, that can't happen, and then it does, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. Alright, cool. Well, my name is Splattercat. I hope you enjoyed your stay here at the Nerd Castle today. It's always a pleasure to be your host. I will see you all later. I hope you like Neo Scavenger. We'll be back with more episodes later on. Hi-do, everybody.